win. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you understand different. Hand gestures counting till my hands blister. You can't miss us louder than Fran Drescher. Pinky rings, hand kisses, soprano. I feel like Paulie Castellano in designer stitches. I heard him say I made Rihanna. Mind your business, what kind of honor is this? I'm trying to see Madonna, all kind of riches. In Miami, dining with the finest. Everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother visit. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. He's a fake baller, globetrotter, bank account $4. No comma, I know you wanna pop collars. I know you wanna pop collar. Top dollar, pull up in that top dollar. Yeah. She got that top dollar. Yeah. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see two of the best in terms of patrolling the middle of the field. It's all-pro linebackers Sean Lee and Bobby Wagner.
All right, Larry, somewhat surprisingly, the rain has held off. Just overcast skies so far as you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line with the Dallas Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he finds some space. Pass the 25 to the 27. Second down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. A first down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Prescott now on second down. He hits Beasley right side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And his first pass is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. There's Thomas Rawls with his 14 there, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run. The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean. They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go play action here on first down. They'll rifle this one, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 66 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And before this series gets rolling, you know, a story, very feel-good story. Cowboys' third preseason game. Nice to see Jalen Smith out there, wasn't it?
I almost get emotional talking about this because When Jalen Smith was in college at Notre Dame before that draft season, I had him ranked as a top player in college football. And when I saw him get hurt in the bowl game and then to hear the extent of the injury where people said he may never play football again, for him to battle his way back and be out there in an NFL game and then to see him perform and see him like Jalen Smith of old, that's pretty darn impressive. My hat's off to that young man.
Second down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. This is Elliott. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
First down, Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. A quick hitter complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, Wilson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Richardson. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll try to run with Rawls. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I get the thought process, third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there on 4th and 2. And even 50 yards. Red zone opportunity. first down carry. It's Lacy. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play clock winding down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Being chased out left. Room here to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. Downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, this is Rawls. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They run with a power back. Rawls. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Wilson, a give to Rawls. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Procise on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but
People trying to say I'm on the enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll when I... I was outside. In our house for us 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood. Do sleep, yeah, trying to see, movie, yeah, we gon' fall through, coming through deep. Amen, amen. Yeah, packed it from the south, moved it to the west. Iced the logo on the cross, threw it on my neck. Yeah, when I rep the set, gotta stay blessed. Yeah, amen, amen. People trying to say I'm on the enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Man, what it meant to me. Everybody try to take the identity. Everybody around me turn to a friend of me. Sit back while I take on the remedy. I cannot let it get into me. This playing a toll on me meant to me.
As we go on, like we do, when it's hot outside, I wanna just chill with you, what you need, to make your mind at ease, there's a little sunshine in the summer breeze, let's ride, baby, if you feel the same, let me know, if you feel the same, then let me know.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Lutz Colts going up against Newton's Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Now a first down throw for Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To throw is Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And a Wildcat formation here. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Luck. Flushed out right. A dump down to Turbin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. No gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to go. It's Luck. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for an Indianapolis 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. from the gun. Here's Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. From the right hash, this from 48. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
Let's face it, when Adam Vinatieri actually misses a field goal, that's when we're surprised. We're not as all shocked that he made this one.
Of course, he has the record 44 straight field goal makes. He closed out 2015 making 25 and then started 2016 with 19 in a row. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Charles, I want to go back to something you said earlier in the broadcast as the Panthers come back out. You talked about Cam Newton having a guy like Christian McCaffrey to take some pressure off of him. Expand on that. What did you mean?
They don't want him to stay in the pocket and take as many hits as he has in the past, so they want the ball out of his hands quicker. And Christian McCaffrey gives him that opportunity. He can hand it to him, throw it to him from the slot, swing out of the backfield. He does all of those things. Jonathan Stewart is the incumbent #1 running back, but Christian McCaffrey will get plenty of touches in 2017.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He gets away from one. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical and both over 1,000-yard seasons. And I think the ball's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Now Luck. And able to find Dorsett. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts. Now a 1st down throw. Luck finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Luck on first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And Vinatieri. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight.
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 58 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Got a second here, and before the game you brought up something I thought was pretty interesting. Some rookie running backs really showing in the preseason, but not only that, late pick rookie running backs, right?
It's become fashionable in recent years now to pick running backs high again, but let's face it, you get a lot of value in the later rounds. Terrell Davis, who just went to the Hall of Fame, was a 6th-round guy. How about last year in Chicago, Jordan Howard,
yeah.
5th-round guy, number 2 rusher in the NFL. So far this year, James Conner in Pittsburgh, almost 100 yards against Atlanta in the second preseason game. Tariq Cohen, the human joystick, is just moving it around for Chicago. And D'Angelo Henderson getting an opportunity in Denver and capitalizing on it.
They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On first down, it's Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the 50, it's Locke. Steps away to his left. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Luck connecting with Moncrief for the Indianapolis first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. From the red zone now, Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Luck now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. From the gun on third down, Luck. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. After the run, Luck on a throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got some space here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Newton now on second down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They are going for it. It's Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And caught left side, Olsen. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Flushed out right. Touchdown, Carolina. Gano now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Off of play action, Luck being chased out left. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and the Panthers have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Locke. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from.
And that is caught. It's Dorsett for the Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 38 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Basham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, they run with Stewart. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Newton now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Colts getting ready to go. On first and 10, Locke. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
20. Come on now. On the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Newton on 1st down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. 5 yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Shouting through the... He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. he goes down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're looking to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Luck finding his emerging tight end Doyle for a Colt first. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a first down throw. Luck escaping the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it's a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. Here's Mack. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Got some real estate. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to fall on this one himself. So a bit of a weird...
Rings and things, I bring them things, I bring them things, I bring them things.
Man, you don't want with them, bro. Oh, you, and it better get low. Extorting, you ain't got no friends. Oh, they'll be for that like a Chanel scarf like rainbow. $1,000. This ain't your cloth. You ain't. That ain't no sauce. I can see the noodles made for poodles. I'm thinking about the LaFerrari coupe. 1.8, the option is the roof. Greens is a secret to the youth. Your goals are malnourished. Please spit the juice. Y'all be vaping, I be laden. Yes, y'all be aping. I'm Richard Mill Nation. No diamonds, just tourbillon facing with gears and sprockets with the sapphire casing.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Rings and things, I bring them things. I bring them things, I bring them things.
Here's a little story story about a kid from Morocco. Had to show Carlito I was Benny Blanco. Check it out. Raindrop, all set. Plug, we the outlet. Child put me in the box, I'm in the box off. All the face shorty, socks off. Mac Miller, Reggie Miller, the killer, Canaries, Back Stiller, White Villa, Fresh vanilla, garage like a kill him soft. Lauren Hill, get up. Crib Calabasas on the hill. I had a morning plate. Beatles on the red carpet. Alcatraz bars, crash cars, ain't no future in front. My homies rip your mask off.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. Bring them things. I bring them things.
I've been rolling on the freeway. I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest. I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
LOV on my right leg, that's Gucci. Dig what I'm saying. LOV on my man, that's Gucci. Dig what I'm saying. Caught a little jet lag, but I'm golden. Yeah. We deserve Grammys and some Oscars. They deserve Grammys, they imposters. I be rolling with my project homies, it's a vibe. I just put the homie, it's a vibe. Over switch sides, it's a vibe. Yeah. I gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a. I pull up in several different options. That I would most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. Gotta be on the thinker. I say. I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled.
I've been rolling on the freeway. I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Both middle linebackers in today's matchup will be looking for opportunities to make plays for their defense. It's the Panthers going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
20. Wake up. Come on now.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down is Newton. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the red zone now, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now it's the power game. Here's Young, the fullback. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Darrell Young taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon eluding the pressure right. There's some space here. And he goes out of bounds across the 40. 40-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Johnson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Second down, Lynch. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Lynch. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lynch, escaping the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Going underneath for Charles. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Lynch to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Thomas Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right. Where it is. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game.
Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. 67 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down.
They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Detroit!
Play action. It's Lynch. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Over!
Throwing again. Lynch. His throw incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
To throw again is Lynch. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some... Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Stewart on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Newton now on second down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
McCaffrey. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up in an offset eye. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now it's Lynch. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. Time for a break. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the... and up to the 27-yard line. Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. Direct snap. This is Lynch. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now Lynch. Lynch now, work to do, certainly, after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go! Good!
Play action. Now Lynch. Looking deep for Demarius. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Newton gives off to Stewart. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Devin Funchess from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, they got him again. Wes Horton able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Detroit!
And they'll indeed go for it with Lynch. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on...
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I got that. I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss. I got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn off. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! Hold up. What you mean? Woo. And now I don't trust the so what you mean? Woo. Hold up. Whoa. What you mean? Woo. Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I got boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Woo! Listen, I don't trust her soul. No, I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? Woo! You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap gods like Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rome still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, some bad gon' get it. What you mean?
Today to talk about how I feel, and I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of us doesn't mean anything to me.
It's just the way I feel. Mine's been racing so long, yeah. It's just no way to problems alone, and I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? Now everybody got problems, yeah, but waiting no one way to solve them. I really came up from the bottom, struggling my mama on the last dollar. Hustling, man, I've been putting in these hours. The government been trying to take away what's ours. Really all about the money and the power. I just wanna see my people in power. Tell me how we
make the sacrifices. I know we can't continue living like this, and I never saw my
Yeah. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you get up on my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. Yeah, all this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bank. Yeah, water, diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin', feel the blue. You know that, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know. Yeah, you cannot see me, the windows is tinted. Yeah, driving around right in that Bentley. Hey, you driving around right in that Bentley. Hey, but your shit, it just be rented. Yeah, but that is none of my business. Money won't stop me, go straight to the top. Believe it or not, just like in the same. Yeah, yeah, she know I'm a rock star. Looking at my chain, on my diamonds right hard. Turned the way up, I ain't getting tired. And if you wanna race, then we gonna ride. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Jared Goff's Rams going up against Luck's Colts.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. On first down, it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Back to throw. Love. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Here's Goff. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but it does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. And by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went 4-on-4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any point. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, 45 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are... When you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Brockers with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down is Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Locke. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Second down following the... Here's Locke looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long playing out to their defense, that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. On first down, it's Gurley. Finding some room at midfield. He finds Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 61 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Play action. It's Locke. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a first down throw. Luck. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. On first down, Luck flushed out right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Luck now on second down. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Again they run with Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he comes back with one complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing again is Lott. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Goff. Forced out to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is caught at the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Goff now to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. We have hit. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Goff on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air. Goff on second down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Terrell Basham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And just shutting him off there. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Basham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, here's Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Goff to Austin that time for an LA first down. From the 50, it's Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. Tavon Austin.